This podcast is sponsored by the online course, Intro to Psychology, with Dr. Bo Bennett, PhD. Uncover the secrets of the human mind and transform your life at introtopsych.com. Start your journey today.
Psychological Impact of Leadership as Styles Explained Psychology 101 Insights. Explore how leadership styles affect mental health and motivation with practical psychology insights. Learn key psychological concepts with Psychology 101. The psychological impact of leadership styles, what every leader should know. Hey, let's chat about something I find fascinating, the psychological impact of different leadership styles. You know, leaders aren't just people who tell others what to do, they shape the emotional climate, motivation, and even mental health of their teams. Whether you're curious about how bosses affect workplace vibes or just keen on understanding human behavior a bit better, this is a really relevant topic. So picture this. Leadership styles are like the personality of a manager or the leader. They influence how people think, how they feel, and ultimately how productive or satisfied they become. If you're in the Intro to Psychology or Psychology 101 space, this is a perfect example of how psychological concepts apply to everyday life. Let's break down a few common leadership styles and see how each one impacts psychological well-being. Authoritative leadership. This style is often mistaken for authoritarian, but it's quite different. An authoritative leader provides clear direction and vision, while still being open to feedback and encouraging autonomy. Psychologically, this style tends to boost confidence and motivation among team members because people understand the purpose and feel supported in their roles. In terms of psychological concepts, this style promotes a sense of competence and relatedness, two big drivers of intrinsic motivation according to self-determination theory. Employees often feel more engaged and less anxious under this style because the leader's confidence inspires trust without micromanaging. Autocratic leadership. This is the my way or the highway style. Leaders make decisions unilaterally without much input from others. Now, this can result in quick decision-making, but the psychological impact isn't always positive. People under autocratic leaders often experience increased stress, reduced creativity, and a general feeling of powerlessness. It can trigger anxiety because employees feel like they have little control or voice. If we tie this back to psychology education, this style exemplifies how external control can reduce intrinsic motivation and increase feelings of helplessness. Democratic leadership. Democratic leaders involve team members in decision-making. This often creates a sense of inclusion and belonging. Psychologically, this style supports autonomy and relatedness as well, which are key to fostering well-being and creativity. Employees feel empowered and valued, which typically enhances job satisfaction and reduces stress. This leadership approach aligns well with modern psychology theories emphasizing collaboration and social support, laissez-faire leadership. Sometimes known as hands-off leadership, this style involves minimal intervention. Leaders let people take the reins. While this can be great for experienced teams, it often leads to confusion and stress when guidance is needed but missing. The psychological toll here stems from uncertainty and ambiguity. Without clear expectations or feedback, employees can feel unsupported, leading to decreased motivation and engagement. In Psychology 101, this could be discussed under environmental factors impacting behavior and mental health. Why does this matter? Understanding leadership styles through a psychological lens helps us see the larger picture. Leadership isn't just about getting results, it's about influencing people's minds and emotions. Positive psychological experiences can boost creativity, reduce burnout, and build loyalty, while negative ones can cause disengagement and high turnover. Now, if you're thinking, this sounds like a lot to take in, you're not wrong, but the beauty of psychology is that it offers actionable insights, tools to recognize and shape leadership styles toward healthier workplaces and communities. For those wanting a structured intro to psychology education that covers this and much more, the Intro to Psychology course by Dr. Bo Bennett on the Virversity.com platform is a great place to start. It covers psychology topics from foundational psychological concepts to real-world applications that help you understand human behavior deeply. Quick recap. Authoritative leaders foster motivation and well-being. Autocratic leaders can create stress and reduce creativity. Democratic leaders encourage engagement and satisfaction. laissez-faire leaders risk causing confusion and lack of direction. Grasping these differences isn't just academic. It matters in everyday interactions, whether you're a manager, teammate, or just someone interested in psychology. If you want to learn more about how psychology theories influence leadership and human behavior, I definitely recommend checking out that Intro to Psychology course I mentioned. Enroll now to understand human behavior and see how these psychological principles apply everywhere, from business to personal relationships. That's all for today's chat. Thanks for listening, and remember, how we lead and are led shapes not only outcomes but the minds and hearts of everyone involved.